Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. I'm a man of the people. I listen to your suggestions whenever I can, and one of the most common suggestions that I have gotten in my recent videos has been to showcase Rumble Vayne again. I did showcase this deck about 3 months ago, but I understand that the meta has changed and you all want to see me play it again. Rumble Vayne is one of the most powerful decks in the current meta because it can go a lot quicker than some of the Aatrox decks and definitely some of the Seraphine decks. And the spell shield from Rumble makes it really awkward for opponents to actually be able to remove your Rumble from the field. Now, this is a combo deck, like the purest form I would say of like a combo deck, because literally you're only relying on one unit. This deck is all about Rumble. It's all about Rumble. We play triple Rumble and we even play double Legionary Charge, which lets us draw a Rumble because the Rumble is the only card in our deck that has 5+ power. So this is a way to kind of tutor Rumble every single time, together with the Rumble, and then every other card in the deck is kind of meant to support the Rumble, even to the point that we have Blaze Squires, Rune Squires, Rune Weavers. All these cards are here to kind of give us discard fodder with the Blade Fragments. The Fallen Rider is discard fodder, so you get your discard fodder from all these cheap low drop units that also end up becoming blockers for you to save and for you to survive and stabilize. Then we play stuff like Grey Hammers and the Hookmasters. And honestly, the Hookmaster is there also as a way to get us an equipment if we don't get the Grey Hammer, for example, so that we can get a Fisher Whack, so that we can give Overwhelm to the Rumble, so that the Overwhelm can have Overwhelm and push damage that way. Again, just more supporting value towards the Rumble. Single combat, just there as a one-off so that we can actually survive against some stuff, like we can single combat in an emergency against some Aatrox deck, we can single combat Vayne, etc. Cataclysm is there because of the Rumble synergy. So Cataclysm, Ruin Reckoner, and the Rally are there for Rumble so that he can attack multiple times and push damage that way, especially if he has Overwhelm. And even if he doesn't have Overwhelm, the impact value starts adding up over time and giving you those Mecha Yodos that could also allow you to finish the game. Obviously, Vayne is also there, honestly, as a Tumble generator. Vayne doesn't really matter that much. Okay, she matters a lot in this deck because the Tumble is so good with the Grey Hammers. But like, you're not looking to level up Vayne and even keep her alive, to be honest. Even a single Tumble with a Grey Hammers is enough that we don't care if Vayne dies afterwards. Willing Death to let us kind of push some damage on those pesky big blockers like an Aatrox. Like, let's say your opponent blocks with a 10-10 Aatrox, you're able to hit Willing Death to bring it down to 4 HP, and then your Rumble can actually kill it, etc. Repose lets us save and also lets us block with the barrier, protecting our Rumble, and then even one Condemn to give us another strike to actually be able to remove some of the opponent's pesky units or remove some blockers so that everyone can get through. Again, this deck is all about Rumble. Every single card in this deck is about supporting Rumble or enabling our Rumble to just finish the game on its own. So obviously you want to try to hard mulligan for Rumble right at the start, whether it's a Rumble or a Legionary Charge. That's the way that you're able to get it. Although, honestly, I don't like keeping the Legionary Charge. I think it's actually better to just hard mulligan for the Rumble. And if it so happens that you draw the Legionary Charge and that's your only out to get Rumble, then fine. But I think keeping it on your hand is kind of setting up yourself for failure. You want to just hard mulligan for Vayne and hard mulligan for Rumble and kind of get yourself started from there. Aside from that, though, it's again very fast combo deck. If you want to watch more gameplay of this video, I did play this deck, like I said, about 3 months ago, and it's pretty much very similar deck list and very similar gameplay. So even though the meta is already outdated, you can get additional gameplay and additional, I guess, educational content of how I play this. But hope you enjoyed today's deck, and I hope you enjoyed the New Year's. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post a lot of videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video. I guess not for a mulligan tip, but just for the outro. So enjoy the games. In this matchup, we're going against... Oh, okay, so Lurk, right? It's a lot of Legionary Charge. I'm going to go on a limb here and say that I don't have time to play this ones out. I'm going to say that I need to actually draw Rumble, because using 2 mana like that is bad for us. I might get punished for that. Might actually should have just gone ahead for the Rumble. But I don't know. I also like the fact that we could have mulligan for like early blockers like this to kind of slow them down a little bit. No Rumble. I guess that makes sense. I was like, okay, opponent decided to wait, but I guess that makes sense. It makes sense to wait for the Forsaken Bakai to come down before you do this. Unfortunately, we didn't play around the opponent also having the Fearsome. Because I feel like if they had the Fearsome, they could have just done it last turn. But I think that's okay. We can go ahead and go here. Yeah, this is a super weird hand. Hey, when we get the Rumble, we're going to be set up though. I can tell you that much. When we get that Rumble, we'll be set up. Oh, we messed up. For some reason, I was thinking, well, I can pull. Actually, probably better to just save my pull for later anyways. Let's pass. I don't need to attack. Ah, that's the Rumble. Okay. So now we'll have the Rumble. Opponent could easily have a Pike, because it wasn't Rexa that it hit last turn. So they could easily have the Pike. We have a Fearsome blocker. We don't have a blocker here though, which is a little bit important. Opponent has to attack. Because otherwise they miss the Lurk, so I'm okay passing there. See what they do first, and then we play the Legendary Charge to draw Rumble. Just attacking with the hatching. Okay, I was gonna say, like, attacking just with the hatching doesn't make sense. So that's the Rek'Sai.
Your fate was written.
That's the Rek'Sai, right? You can go here. I would love to have a Cataclysm. So if we have a Cataclysm, we are able to stop the Rek'Sai attack next turn. So, no Cataclysm makes things a little bit more awkward. I also probably need to keep the +2, to be honest.
Locked and loaded. Just need a few adjustments.
So that I can actually attack with Rumble this turn. If the opponent plays a unit that has more than 5 HP. Like one of their big Overwhelms. Oh, this is gonna be this guy?
Steel's too good for you.
You missed the Lurk? Cool. We have Repose, so I'm not too concerned about this. Oh wait, why didn't we discard the Fallen Rider? I forgot, I could have kept an extra Blade Fragment. I forgot I had the Fallen Rider in my hand. That's on me. I was so focused on, okay, I'm gonna use the fragments as my discard fodder. We actually could have kept the Overwhelm and the +2 and actually gotten the better unit from here. That's huge draw. That's a huge draw. But the opponent just straight up goes for the Rek'Sai. The opponent just straight up goes for the Rek'Sai, and that's a big deal. We still have the Repose. I can still kill this Rek'Sai. Yeah, I can still kill this Rek'Sai with the Repose at least. But we're still losing to... Actually, we're not losing to a Pike. So notice that the opponent kept 4 mana. I'm thinking they have a Pike. I'm thinking they have a Pike in their hand. If they don't put the Pike right now, we get Spell Shield. If they play the Pike right now, we still can get Spell Shield by playing the Willing Death, which levels up our Rumble and gives us Spell Shield, because when Rumble goes to level 2, he gains Spell Shield right away. There's the Pike. We probably just do this on the Cersei collar, right? So we can go like this. We get the Spell Shield. We get to keep our unit alive as a blocker for later, and just push a ton of damage. We do take all that Overwhelm damage though, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. The opponent also doesn't get to do any damage with the Pike. We can open attack here for a ton of damage. We don't have the freaking Overwhelm though, which we messed up on. So we don't have the Overwhelm we messed up on. I want to have Cataclysm and Rally. So I think I'm going to take it like this. If the opponent has a second Pike, then I get punished. That doesn't look like a second Pike. Wait, this is fine with me, right? I just Cataclysm this guy and push another 2 damage, and you lose your Pike. If you have Bone Skewer, I feel like you would have done it already. This is now a 6/11 Earthshaker. Okay. You get to kill our Rumble. But you have to kill it now. I'm gonna just play the Earthshaker out right now. You get to kill the Rumble now because that way you get the rally off of this. The Earthshaker is still gonna be impact and it's gonna double the power. Unfortunately, again, once again, because we don't have the Overwhelm Fragment, we end up messing up. The Repulse is huge. The Repulse is huge. There's also a lot of health to play around any Overwhelm units. So I'm scared that if I don't do this now, it's too easy for them to have a way. If they have another Rek'Sai, I think I'm supposed to rally now. I think I'm supposed to rally now and force their hand. Because now if they open attack, they're losing, right? If they attack here, they just lose. So they cannot even attack. Not only that, but we can actually play both Brave Fragments on the Fallen Rider. So that the opponent is forced to trade both their units here. So the opponent is forced to trade both their units because they have 4 HP, so they will lose to the Fallen Rider if they don't trade them both. And this is gonna have double impact next turn to kill. This is gonna have 4 impact next turn, and it still has the double impact plus repose to play around a second pike that wins us the game. And I think opponent just saw that we win with the open attack because we're gonna have 2 cards that can do lethal. Because the Earthshaker does impact 2 here, we're able to have 2. We have the Fallen Rider that's dealing 3, and we have the Shaker that steals more, and we have reposes backup. The only misplay in that game was definitely not discarding the Fallen Rider. I don't know what I was thinking. If we had that Overwhelm Fragment, this game probably would have ended a lot sooner. So, actually, probably would have still ended at the same turn. But yeah, GG's. This match, we're going against Ashe LeBlanc. We have the Grey Hammers. I like the Vayne. And I like the Grey Hammers. But I'm scared that I might get two Grey Hammers. I'm scared that I might get 2 Grey Hammers. We didn't get 2 of them, but we still didn't get Rumble either. But I think this Grey Hammer is actually very good for us to keep. Probably gonna go Hookmaster first instead of the Rune Squire.
I need just a moment.
Yeah, I probably prefer going the Hookmaster here first. Kinda sucks that we end up with another Overwhelm because we really have the Grey Hammers in our hand, but I think it's fine, it works out. We don't need to do anything because the opponent easily has a freeze. Right? So the opponent's easily gonna have a freeze. The problem is that they're gonna have another freeze here. Right? With the Ashe now. So it's a little bit awkward, right? Because they're gonna be able to kill this for free. They still have a bunch of freezes. We don't have the Rumble. Opponent might actually be tempted to pass. Yeah, there we go. If I pretend that I have Rumble, opponent's tempted to pass, which they did. The problem here is that we don't want to play this Rumble. Because if we play this Rumble out, we're still losing to a lot of stuff. We can play the Vayne out. We can play the Vayne out. What if we start with the Squire? It's too easy for them to have access to a freeze for the Squire. And we don't have a way to buff him up after our attack. So we don't have a way to buff up the Squire. It's too easy for them to have Troll Shan, Brittle Steel, anything else like that. However, opponent is putting themselves in a position where they can't really attack until after I commit my Rumble. We did just tap out a repose though, so it might give the opponent the freedom to know that I don't have a way to actually kill this. I'm willing to take this attack, and if the opponent has the freeze, let's eat it up right now. I wasn't expecting that. I'll be completely honest, I was not expecting that. That's a huge drop. So this is a huge drop, because even if the Rumble gets frozen, were able to actually just play it out anyways. So I'm gonna block here. No matter what, the Vayne is gonna lose to a Shatter because the Shatter is dealing 4. So I don't think there's any reason not to play it out. We can go Blade Fragment, Fishawak, and Hook Master or Blade Squire.
Locked and loaded. Come on.
We have a Grey Hammer, so I don't care about doing this. We can Tumble with the Grey Hammers. So we can Tumble with the Grey Hammers and have Legionary Charge as a backup. Aatrox is not enough to save them here. I don't know why the opponent is playing Howling Abyss, by the way. But I'm not gonna complain about it. Yeah, I don't know why the opponent is playing Howling Abyss, but I'm not gonna complain about it. This is very interesting. Let's just push the damage. Let's just push the damage. We'll have Cataclysm, we have Tumble. We get the spell shield back here, right? There's the freeze.
The time is right. Strike now.
Working as intended.
There's the second freeze. And now you need to have a Troll Shan. Now you need to have a Troll Shan. Otherwise it's not gonna be enough. And we get the spell shield back. And that's game. That's why I said the Legionary Charge was so big, right? The opponent had the double freeze, but they didn't have the third card that they needed, which would have been the Troll Shan. So now we get Spell Shield back anyways. We still have the Overwhelm. We can still Tumble, level up Vayne, Cataclysm, kill the Ashe, and just do all the shenanigans. So opponent almost got there. Opponent almost got there. I don't think I can ever play around both freezes and Troll Shan, so yeah, GG's. I guess if the opponent had Troll Shan, they would have done Troll Shan first, right? If they had Troll Shan, you always do Troll Shan first and then do a freeze and then have a second freeze. And no matter what, you need to have exactly 2 freezes and a Troll Shan or double Troll Shan and a freeze. So GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Red Gwen. So Red Gwen, we have our Rumble. I'm thinking I might need this Willing Death. At the same time, I want to look for Vayne, right? I want to look for Vayne or the Grey Hammers. We have our discard fodder. We have our chump blockers early on. So this is not bad for us. Katarina is a problem because Katarina will have the Blaze Edge to kind of pop all our stuff. So, how do we do this? Oh, the riposte is very good at blocking things. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass first. Opponent's probably gonna have Katarina here. That's not a Katarina. Let's go Rune Squire.
No way.
They could have Battle Feast, right? Yeah, that's what they were waiting for. But then next time we're just gonna pop Rumble, and now the opponent just used one of their ways to... that they actually removed. My my Rumble things. And we get Cataclysm, so we can actually just go ahead and punish. I want to keep this Rune Weaver. We also have a way to punish the Gwen here, right? And because the opponent just popped the Battle Feast, they don't have a way to pop our Spell Shield.
This is a chance for me
Cool.
to leave my mark.
So we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna Cataclysm the Gwen to level up the Rumble. This Prodigy is a problem, but next time we'll have mana for Repose, if necessary. And Rumble is not leveled up. We don't have Overwhelm though. We have 2 options. We can go Ruin Reckoner,
Hit that red line.
or we can go Repose. Yeah, we don't have Overwhelm, so even though this Rumble is pushing a lot of damage, it's gonna be really slow damage. So how do we figure this out? Second Rumble is not great, not bad either. Oh, opponent's just gonna pop the Spell Shield. If that's the case, I think I just go Wound Reckoner. That way I can just block whichever unit gets buffed by the Hallow. Right? No need to block the sentry and give the opponent access to block. We're just gonna attack. If the opponent has Battlefish and Flock, then they have it, and then we play second Rumble. But I'm fortunate to have both Battlefish and Flock. Glimpse? Okay. Fortunately, we don't have a great open attack, right? Especially not now. Because we don't have any other way to get like a free attacks. Oh, that's one way to get there.
Drivetrain
Engaged.
Let's go here. Let's just open attack for 8. See, you see what they're trying to do? They're trying to go for Flock. I think I let them do it. I think I let them flock it. I think I let them flock it and just play the second Rumble. Right? Maybe we wait. Opponent doesn't have mana for... Yeah, opponent doesn't really have mana for anything that I'm scared of, right? So I'm just gonna play the second Rumble here. I have access to Cataclysm, which lets me kill the Eternal Dancers. And the opponent just lost a Fervor and a Flock. We have a third Rumble now in our hand. Yeah, let's get rid of this now. Let's get rid of this now, because this Overwhelm is kind of annoying. Start getting our Mecha Yodos in our hand. Right, so this lets me start getting the Mecha Yodos in my hand. That's a good one to have, to be honest. I guess if the opponent has a second battle piece, it's probably better for them to like do it there. So this 6, 10, 13, 14, 16. We can even play the Legendary Charge to present the lethal. So let's start with the Soul Spinner here. Opponent showing us that they don't have the battle piece, so we have lethal on the open. Depending on how this rolls, doesn't roll the right ones. Okay, no, it's still lethal because of all the impacts. I forgot about the impact too. So yeah, by getting rid of the units, that's all we needed. We didn't get the Bane this time around, but we got enough Rumbles that even without the Overwhelm, we were able to push through. So GG's. In this matchup, we're gonna against Darius. So it's gonna be just Darius Freljord. So obviously an Overwhelm deck. My fear is that the opponent is also kind of like aggressive because they have Darius, so they want to do a lot of damage early. So I think it's correct to keep the Rune Squire because we're gonna need some early blockers for like some of their units. Unfortunately, we don't get Bane, we don't get Rumble, so this is gonna be very tough. And there you go, they are a very aggressive deck, just as I expected. Unfortunately, they had the attack token on 1, so cannot block the rear guard. We just take that 3 damage like that. I love having the Great Hammers, right? But not having Rumble or Legendary Charge is kind of bad. This Quick Attack Fragment is amazing. The fact that we hit it right off the bat. Because it lets me pull... We're going to pull the Pigeon. We're going to pull the Pigeon because we don't have any unit that can block, that can punish the 3 damage, right? So we're going to pull the Pigeon. We can go for the Hookmaster, although... that's a Rumble. Okay. Oh, okay. This is a choice now.
The winter's claw strikes.
This is an interesting choice. I think I'm gonna continue just blocking. And slow them down. I think Rumble's gonna have to wait. So we can block the Ruthless Raider and the Rearguard. Opponent doesn't have another Wanderer, because if they had another Wanderer, they would have played the last turn after we kill the Pigeon. They could have Troshan here. But the fact that they're thinking about it this much, maybe I'm thinking that they don't have it. Or maybe I'm getting baited by them thinking this much about it. Can I afford to lose to a Troshan? I don't think I can. Oh, they do. They top deck another Wanderer. That came from the left, so they top deck another Wanderer. They decide to keep the Ruthless Raider back because they want to have an Overwhelm unit that they can put Battle Fury on. But now they're gonna get punished because we have a second Rune Squire that we can actually play, right? And kind of go from there.
No more mud for me. No way.
Here's the question. Do we actually attack? If the opponent has a Battle Fury, I become really sad, right?
What rune weaving is?
So I think I'm attacking, and if I'm actually willing to commit the Legionary Charge to kill this Root Persuader. Absolutely. I don't want to lose to the Battle Fury next, and opponent's gonna have exactly 8 mana, so I want to get rid of the Overwhelm unit right now. It sucks because we lose our Rumble, but I think I have to take it, and I just have to hope that I draw another Rumble later down the line. This one is kind of awkward. We might just have to take that 5 damage, right? Because we don't have a way to like burst speed give this the actual value. Unless the opponent gives us the chance to. Yeah, we might just have to take that 5 damage. Play the combat reel here. If the opponent decides to block with their Jetty, then that's another Overwhelm that's gone. If they don't block with it, then we're just pushing 6 damage. The fact that we don't have Rumble is making this game really awkward. Like, we have a great hand for Rumble. Second Trojan? Willing Dev, alright. We have such a good hand for Rumble. I guess I could have played around Willing Dev. I know for a fact that they have Battle Fury. If we don't get a unit, we just lose.
Words of power.
So I know for a fact that they have Battle Fury. I don't have a way to actually stop the Battle Fury. We can go like this, right? We can go like this and push damage. It's too easy for them to have Battle Fury next turn. And I don't have double Cataclysm to actually stop it. We already used the Quick Attack Fragment, so we don't have the Quick Attack Fragment either. And next time we have no way to deal with the Battle Fury because we don't have Rumble. Still has access to Battle Fury. Okay, so because the Battle Fury is 4 health, right? I have to bait them out. I have to bait them into doing Battle Fury on something that's not the Ancient Yeti. If they go for the Battle Fury anywhere else that's not the Ancient Yeti, we can actually Will in Death to save ourselves. If they go for the Battle Fury on the Ancient Yeti, then we just lose the game.
Death it is. Approach, savage.
Right? So I have to bait them out into doing this the wrong way. And I'm gonna block the Ancient Yeti just to kind of make them pretend that I don't have a way to deal with it. I love you, opponent. See, that's why we did the Blade Fragment on the Ruin Weaver. Wow. Wow. Yes. Yes. Side me up. That's what we did. That's why we did it on the Ruin Weaver, so that we could do exactly that play. Wow. Wow. I have a problem though. I don't really have anything else I want to play this turn. Might keep the discard fodder for Rumble. Like, I might use the combat reel as a discard fodder for Rumble. Like, this is so unfortunate here. It has to be equipment reel, because at least this gives me extra health. Opponent gets Darius, so we lose anyways. Man, even after that play, we're gonna lose anyways. That's so sad. Yeah, even after that play, we're gonna lose anyways, because we're gonna lose health here. We don't have access to a second. We don't have access to a second Willing Death. I cannot get her to 7 power because we don't have the +2 Blade Fragment because we used the last turn to actually be able to kill that Darius. So even after all of that, opponent just gets top deck Darius. To be fair, we did have the Rumble that we gave away, right? If we don't give away that Rumble, if we don't give the Legionary Charge, again, I think if I don't do the Legionary Charge, though, to kill the 2-1, the opponent just plays the Battle Fury. We knew that they had Battle Fury from the start. So I think we played it correctly. We just got unlucky that we have 5 of the Rumbles. We had the 3 Rumbles and 2 more Legionary Charge, and we didn't enjoy any of them. The Grey Hammers ended up kind of being a dead weight on my hand. So yeah. Bunny should just attack here, and they get the game. That's so unfortunate. That's how it goes sometimes. You can predict the cards that the opponent has, but if you don't have the right tools to deal with it, it doesn't make a difference. So, GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Jinx, Garen, and Jarvan. So, usually when I see Jinx, I already know that this is kind of like a champion strength type of deck. I like the Cataclysm and I like the Rumble a lot. I think I'm going to look for... I'm going to keep the Blaze Squire because it gives me the discard fodder for the Rumble. I think I want to look for... Oh, there we go. I want to look for a Grey Hammers, right? That's what I have to look for. So Grey Hammers is good. This is also good blockers so that we don't take damage early on. And we can just trade with their units. Oh, so this is just elites. I'm taking this straight every time. I'm assuming that this is elites with champion strength. So I'm not sure. Even if it wasn't champion strength, you have access to Bannerman. So I'm not sure that I agree with the opponent taking that trade there. We can bring down Rumble.
I've been sent by the king himself.
We can bring down Rumble on turn 4. Yeah, they're just taking all the trade. We can bring down Rumble on turn 4 and have access to Cataclysm. And we have the perfect discard fodders to do it. The opponent gets the Hound, gets the Squire, gets another Squire. I think I'm taking that damage. I think I'm taking that damage because the Rumble is just going to clear the whole board. Yeah, that's fine with me. We go here. We have Spell Shield. We can kill the Ramhound with Cataclysm. We can save the Cataclysm and just do a net stun instead. But I kind of like the idea of trying to level up Rumble right now. Oh, on an open attack, sorry. Actually, probably better to keep the Cataclysm for like a Garen, right? Yeah, probably better to keep it for like a Garen. But then, next champion strength is 9 mana, so I'm not too concerned about this. We can go here now, play the rally, go again. The problem is that we don't have enough mana for... Or we can also save it for that. Yeah, I like this. I like this Cataclysm. It's gonna be champion strength next time that kills us though. Unless the opponent is showing us that they don't have it. If the opponent is showing us that get excited, then I think we need to commit blockers, right? We need to commit blockers because we need to be able to kill all. We need to be able to protect against all their stuff, and we have plenty of blockers to do that. So we have plenty of blockers to do that. Rumble levels up here. The opponent is dealing 4 to us, so we're losing to a second Jinx. So we're losing to a second Jinx, which is a little bit concerning. Opponent doesn't have mana for champion strength anymore. We have blockers for all their units. Yeah, now that they already committed their rockets, so now we're able to commit our blockers. We go here. We go, I guess, let's go Rune Squire, let's go Hookmaster. Maybe we get the Overwhelm here, or get a Scout. Neither of these are the ones that we want, so I'm gonna go for the Fearsome, so at least we get a good blocker into their cloud field. Again, Jinx kills us. Garen is not enough, because we can always just block their units, and we can rally. And that's game. This is game because now we can just rally and we're chilling. And we start getting all the stuff. Heck, opponents are gonna give us the whole. I guess we don't get the whole board. Yeah, we don't get the whole board because the opponent still gonna have one of the 3 health units. But close enough. Close enough. Yeah, we can block here, here. Go like this. I'm definitely gonna rally now. And force the... Is that true though? Because I'm pushing so much more damage. We didn't get the Overwhelm fragment. What if we don't rally now, right? Opponent's gonna have to block anyways. We can save the rally until we have more units to actually push that lethal damage that we need. If we go like this.
You don't scare me.
Then we can rally. The Earthshaker is the most expensive one that we could have gotten and really hurts us. So that's literally the worst thing we could have gotten. Yeah, that's literally the worst thing we could have gotten. But we still have plenty of blockers that are not too concerned about this. Opponent might decide not to block, to be honest.
Engaged.
They might decide not to block. Okay, they are blocking. I'm gonna have to probably drop down this Earthshaker. They might decide not to block, like I talked about. Okay, they are blocking. Okay. I might decide to drop down this Earthshaker because opponent probably has something that's too expensive. The Earthshaker is just so good of a blocker.
Ready to rock. Easy. You're giving me a headache.
This is scary because opponent can easily kill Rumble with the banner, but it's okay. We took like a second Rumble, so now we actually don't care about losing Rumble here. We also have single combat, so we can kill some stuff. The opponent has no units to summon Jarvan with, right? So I think opponent might have joined Jarvan, and they were thinking about saving the unit last turn so that they could have Jarvan on the open, but they ended up sacrificing the unit anyway. So GG's. In this matchup, we're going against Deep. They do have easy ways to pop a spell shield, right? They will have Biofeast, for example. We need to hard mulligan for Rumble. Or Bane, right? Well, that's one thing I have learned about this Bane Rumble deck. You want to hard mulligan for your champions. We technically have our champions here, right? Because of the Legendary Charge. And we have a lot of discard fodder because of the Blade Fragments. So we're in a really good position here. And we also have the Grey Hammers. The only downside here is that we don't have the mana to be able to play Bane and the Legendary Charge, right? So we cannot do both Bane and the Legendary Charge. So I'm wondering if it's actually correct to go for the Rune Squire and actually try to kill the Sea Scarab. It has to be Bane, right? It has to be Bane. Get that Tumble as small as possible. Quietus and Vengeance both gone, so the opponent could also have Quietus to pop the spell. So yeah, it has to be Bane. We get this Tumble as small as we can. We have enough discard fodder. We play the Legendary Charge here. Wait for the opponent to play their Maokai. If he doesn't do anything, I'm okay with this. Oh, it's just gonna be the Hunter. Alright, I don't care losing the Bane. Opponent wanted me to play Rumble, right? I don't mind losing the Bane here. I don't even mind taking this block either. I want to force him to have aggro blocks, and this will let me do exactly that. We can just go all in for the Rumble and the Grey Hammers and the Tumble, right? I don't have a lot of discard fodder though, but I think I'm just gonna discard the Rune Squire anyways. We go here. Condemn is actually not bad. I might keep the Condemn. I think at this point we just go here. We go like this. Again, opponent has enough mana for Biofeast and Vengeance. We did see them lose a Vengeance earlier though, so we might be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just put the Grey Hammer on right now for free. Yeah, forcing to discard. That's okay. Even if they go deep, the Sea Scarab is not enough, right? It's only gonna have 6. So the Rumble's still pushing this damage through. All they can do is just block the Overwhelm damage. And the Rumble is gonna level up this turn, and then we can go Ruin Reckoner next turn. Yeah, we still push all this damage here. I guess they could have a big enough unit to stop this Rumble. No, that's not enough. That's not enough, and we can even kill the Maokai here, which I'm absolutely gonna do, by the way. That's why we kept the Condemn. We kept the Condemn for just situations like this. Because opponent didn't block, we couldn't do the condemn on the stack. If we could have done the condemn on the stack, we actually would have been able to just push an additional additional damage of impact. I want to kill this Maokai now. Quietus goes bye-bye, so opponents have a great way to deal with us. We can play Ruin Reckoner and then go for the free attack, and then we have a Rumble again next time with impact to be able to get us there. The spell shield makes it really hard for them to do anything here. And by killing the Maokai, we prevent our Rumble from having any damage dealt to it. Cool. Take your 5 damage. We're gonna go here. Force you to block with the Sea Scarab. And even if you block with the Sea Scarab, it's exactly 4. And Battle Piece pops the spell shield, but doesn't do anything else. Opponent could have another Quietus. That's why I want to attack now, because I want to play around the Quietus, getting rid of my Grey Hammers. What they can do here is try to heal. With five mana, they don't have enough mana for Vengeance, and this is all that Bane Rumble wants to do, right? Notice how like all I had to do this game was just play Bane, play Rumble. I guess we played a 3-drop at one point, but that's it. I guess the Fallen Reckoner also helped, but yeah, GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's games. You kind of see what I'm talking about, how fast some games can finish if you get that Rumble with the Overwhelm really nice. The spell shield is so critical to just push a ton of damage. One thing that you might have noticed, if you're a new player, notice the times that we got Rumble spell shield back. So one thing you need to know that is an interaction that people don't realize a lot is that Rumble level 2 already comes with spell shield. So let's say that you play Rumble level 1, right? And you attack 1, so he's only like 6 away from level 5 away from leveling up. If the opponent removes the spell shield, you can give the Rumble the spell shield back by leveling up the Rumble with like a Willing Death or something similar, or like a Condemn, for example. That's why against that Lurk player, we were able to get spell shield back to block their Pike by doing the Willing Death on their 3/1 unit. So just gonna keep that in mind, that you can get a lot of value that way by getting the spell shield back and kind of blow opponents out that try to remove your spell shield early on. So that's one interaction you need to know there. The other interaction is what you saw us there with Legionary Charge. While this is usually only used to draw Rumble, if you're going against a deck like Ashe, for example, you can use it to grow your ally to 5 if they get frozen. So don't forget that this card can actually do 2 things. So it has kind of like multi-purpose. Aside from that, everything else that we did is pretty straightforward. Obviously, you want the Grey Hammers with the Tumble. I can't think of any other weird interactions here that you need to know about. Yeah, just be more careful. Be more careful that you actually discard your Fallen Riders. Don't be like I did, where I discarded I had the Fallen Rider in my hand, but I ended up discarding my Blade Fragments because I wasn't thinking about it. But yeah. But anyways, I think that's enough. That's enough rambling from me. I hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. If there's any other video that you want us to really showcase, let me know. Although I'm going to be in a work trip, so I might not be able to get back to you until much later. But yeah. Also, you can find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again tomorrow.